South Africa is a movie. We live in a drama. It's a series. Every day you will be shocked by something new. We have even forgotten what shocked us 2 weeks ago. We are a failed state. The sooner we accept that we don't have leaders, there is a leadership vacuum. The ANC created a dependent citizenry. We pay you for being pregnant. We build a house. We want free education. Some want free electricity. Where is the tax going to come from? They found a working country with proper infrastructure, with strict ground rules, and they demolished it. It's a shame. They allowed it to collapse under the black government. How do you justify that?
I mean, guys, you can't justify that. And I remember the other day I said, you know, the worst thing about the ANC 30-year-old rule is that they've actually allowed our country to be run by the criminal syndicates. And now that we see what is happening in the country and we know why everything is happening the way that it is happening, it is hurtful. It is hurtful, man. To think that this is a black government that was supposed to work hard to uplift the lives of black people. But the only thing that they did was to remind people of apartheid and gaslight people about what happened in the past so that they can continue to steal from them. And now they have been exposed. You know, I feel like this is a tipping moment. This is a tipping point in our country. And for the people that have been enabling these shady characters, these lying, thieving, stealing politicians, it is their chance to actually make a U-turn and acknowledge that we have emboldened these people by continuously voting for them, despite everything that they have done. And at this point, I actually feel like this is the only way that this country can go forward. If these people that have been voting for these political parties simply because they are black political parties that are talking about apartheid and not doing anything for them, the people that have been voting for that, it is time for them to actually say that, guys, it is enough. It is enough. And I know that everybody right now in the country, they can feel that it is enough, guys. It is enough. Everywhere you go, you can see that even the morale of the people in the country, that it is low. Everybody is sad for some reason in the streets. When you walk around, people have problems, man. People are not happy. The citizens of this country are depressed. It is enough. I feel like South Africans, like, it is enough, guys. It is enough. How long are we going to continue to subject ourselves to this nonsense that is happening today? We have families, man. We have children. We have to think about the kind of a country that our children are going to inherit. It is enough. It is enough, man. Man, it's sad what is happening in this country, man. Like, it is so sad. And you know that South Africa is a country that actually has the potential of becoming great. But the citizens of this country, they have actually been beat down into submission. They have been beat down into submission, and you can see that the people have given up. The people are fatigued. People no longer want to watch the news anymore. They are fatigued about the stories that are breaking every day. And I understand why some of the people, they choose not to watch the content that we make sometimes, because they can feel that it is heavy. It is heavy every day. There's a new story. Every day something is happening. And at the center of it, we have the politicians that are enabling corruption in this country. Corruption that is affecting people's lives directly. I mean, when you have the people that are stealing the money from the hospitals, you think about the consequences of that. You think about the people that are going to die because there are no respirators in that hospital. You think about the people that are not going to be treated as soon as they need that treatment because there are no nurses, there are no doctors there. There's no medication, there are no beds, there are no ambulances. And these are the consequences of these people doing this to the poor citizens of this country. You know, yesterday when people were talking about the special investigative unit raiding the home of Maumela, what people said yesterday, there's one thing that many people said is that how can these people sleep at night knowing that they have actually stolen the money that was supposed to assist the people at the hospital? How do they sleep at night? How do these comrades sleep at night knowing that the COVID funds have been stolen and as a result, people died? There are people that actually died that were never supposed to die. There are people that actually died because they couldn't get treatment. And I feel like this story of Maumela it has actually triggered people because now people are speaking about their family members that have died in the hospitals because there was no medication, because there was no doctors, because there was no this. People are now coming out with their testimonies about what is happening in the public hospitals. And they are linking all of this with the corruption that we are seeing being revealed today. To say that we have actually lost our family members, guys. We have actually lost our mother. I lost my mother. I lost my father. These are stories that people are now telling. They are looking at the lavish lifestyles that the comrades and their friends are living at the expense of their own parents, at the expense of their own family members. And it is sad, man. It is absolutely sad. It is sad. That's why I'm saying that, man, as South Africans, at some point, we need to say enough is enough. Enough is enough. It's enough, guys.
Ramaphosa's nephew, Maumela, just got raided by the Special Investigating Unit for scamming Tembisa Hospital. The dude bought 3 blue Lamborghinis. What type of asshole buys 3 Lamborghinis of the same color? You got them from the ANC. Make them black, green, and gold, not like blue from Standard Bank or the DA. Foot sack, you lying bastard.
Yo, guys, yesterday it was going down. Yesterday it was going down. At some point, I was scared myself. I thought that I was going to be raided myself because the SIU was raiding everybody. Everybody was getting raided yesterday. And we saw the Special Investigative Unit actually raiding the home of Maumela, the guy that has been alleged to be the nephew of Cyril Ramaphosa. And the home of Sibiya was raided too, and the home of the chief of staff of Mkhwanazi. Allegedly, this guy's home was also raided. It was a mess yesterday. So, guys, I want us to actually go through the stories because some of the reactions that are coming are insane, especially for Sibiya, man. Wait for for Sibiya, man. The reaction of Sibiya, man, was kind of funny. So this article from the Daily Maverick, it says that South Africa's policing scandal explodes under siege. Sibiya and Mkhwanazi chief of staff are raided. The gloves have come off in South Africa's policing scandal. Suspended top cop Shadrack Sibiya's home was raided while sidelined Police Minister Mkhwanazi's chief of staff told the journalist that the police also searched his flat. A parliamentary hearing into accusations that criminals have infiltrated South Africa's police service has at times dragged on slowly this week as testimonies is methodically examined. But outside of the proceedings on Thursday, the 9th of October 2025, there was interlinked back-to-back action. Some of its point to the depth of corruption in South Africa, as well as how fragmented policing is in the country. Mounting accusations and counter-accusations between key officials also emphasize that there's an outright factions in the police service. I mean, that one is clear as day that there is a war inside the South African police institution. Suspended Deputy National Commissioner of Crime Detection Shadrack Sibiya's home was raided in Gauteng on Thursday, and electronics items were seized in an operation that saw him saying he was under siege. So Sibiya was throwing all kinds of tantrums yesterday to say that no, but I was under siege, and these people, they traumatized me, they traumatized my family, they took my my devices. I'm like, Sibiya, why are you traumatized by what is happening right now? Because you know how the police raids are. You know how the police raids are. I just couldn't understand why was Shadrack Sibiya throwing the tantrums because the police raided his home.
Well, me too, I was under the impression that it's going to happen. I'm expecting it anytime. I mean, the General Mkhwanazi said yesterday that it's imminent. There's been imminent since last year, so I'm still waiting. And task force, it is the case, and I wish...
And guys, you remember that Shadrack Sibiya is the same guy who said that he got the letter from Fannie Masemola to disband the KZN political killing task team. And a day after that, the police commissioner Fannie Masemola did a press conference, and on that press conference, Fannie Masemola told the journalist that, guys, I have never signed off on such a thing. And till today, South Africans are waiting for Shadrack Sibiya to actually reveal the letter that he got from Fannie Masemola, because now we have a situation where the deputy says that I got the letter from my senior, and my senior says that I have never signed off on such a thing. So people have been asking for months now that, Sibiya, where is the letter that you got from Masemola? Where's the letter that you got from Masemola? If you can just produce that letter that you got from Masemola that you should disband the political killing task team, then everybody will know that, okay, Masemola is the one that gave you the directions. But now, we know for a fact that Senzo Mkhwanazi has actually sent a letter, but Fannie Masemola didn't follow up on the request of Senzo Mkhwanazi. So Fannie Masemola didn't send you a letter, but somehow Sibiya says that Fannie Masemola is the one that sent him that letter. So we are still waiting for Sibiya to produce the letter that he got from Masemola.
Well, me too, I was under the impression that it's going to happen. I'm expecting it anytime. I mean, the General Mkhwanazi said yesterday that it's imminent. There's been imminent since last year, so I'm still waiting. And task force, it is the case, and I wish...
And guys, do you realize that these politicians are living in high walls, man? Like, look at this wall of the home of Sibiya. And it is a big home, I must say. It is a huge home. They are living behind walls. And every time when we say that the politicians that are advocating for illegal foreigners, or the politicians that belong to the political parties that are advocating for the illegal foreigners, they do not experience what average South Africans are experiencing, and they will never experience what average South Africans are experiencing. This is exactly what we are talking about. So politicians are living behind these high walls, and somehow they are expecting average South Africans that cannot even build themselves a wall to live with the people that do not even come in this country, and they don't even want the South Africans to say that this is dangerous. Just look at how protected these people are. They are protected themselves, but they are destroying the institution that is supposed to protect the people of this country. They are okay with them being protected, living behind high walls, having electric fences and everything. But at the same time, yes, let's destroy the South African police institution so that the South Africans, the people of this country, can be exposed to crime.
My colleagues could be at least thinking for my kids, my family. They haven't done anything wrong for them to be traumatized like this. I know they want to push me out. I will never resign. They must fire me. All I can say is that this search for today, it is meant to disrupt me. I'm not listening what the National Commissioner is saying there throughout the day. I'm not there to take notes. I'm not concentrating. I've been served with a notice to appear before a disciplinary hearing. I'm also preparing documentation for Madanga. As you can see, the whole exercise is just meant to confuse me and to keep me under pressure. I'm under siege, yes, and my life is in danger, and that of my family. There are cars coming up and down here with false registration numbers. And now the media is here, and my place is being exposed. But the bottom line is that I just want to say, now the gadget has been taken as well. And then when I am preparing myself,
I mean, now we have a top cop that is worried about his safety. But this is the same guy that has been accused of having the links with the people that are destroying the same institution that is supposed to protect the South Africans. He's worried about his safety. Just listen to him. He's like, I'm worried about my safety. I see the cars here with the number plates that he's worried about his safety. What about the safety of South Africans, guys? What about the safety of South Africans?
Have to participate like all others who participated before me. Now, in my case, I'm under pressure, I'm under siege. I'm being called a criminal daylight in front of all South Africans. I've been called stupid. I'm waiting also myself to have my day at the commission, at Madlanga Commission. Ultimately, I will be charged. I expect to be pushed out. Is what is this whole thing all about? Remember, I've been through the eye of a needle.
Well,
I've been through this before. All of them are from KZN, of course, and that is unfortunate. That this is how one province decides to behave the way it behaves, and the whole country is allowing this thing to happen, to carry on the way it's carrying on. I'm not angry. I'm hurt. I feel like Joseph, whose brothers actually threw him in the pit.
The general is quoting the Bible, man.
I feel like Joseph, whose brothers actually threw him in the pit, and they ended up selling him, because I've been working with my colleagues and we've been working very well. But for my colleagues to turn on me the way they turned on me, my colleagues betrayed.
Man, you know, I don't know why EWN does not take the camera like this so that they can show you how big that house is. Why are they not like just move your camera, man? Like, show us. Show us. What is wrong with these people, man? You remember, guys, yesterday, even with the SAPC, they had their camera like standing there in one place. I was like, man, why don't these people just move around your camera, move the camera around so that the people can see what these people are enjoying? You'll only get to see videos like that from the people that are shooting with their video with their own phones. But I don't know, man, with these mainstream, man, like, just show us the property, man. Like, move around. Show South Africans how General Sibiya is living. Because now, South Africans, so that South Africans can ask General Sibiya, how can you afford to live here, man? And you remember, General Mkhwanazi also spoke about the walls at the home of Nathi Mthethwa, and saying that those walls, those high walls at the home of Nathi Mthethwa were built by the money from the intelligence. And I'm looking at these high walls of Sibiya, and I'm asking myself, like, Sibiya, who built those high walls for you? Who built those high walls for you? But they are doing us a big disservice, man, by not just moving around the camera so that we can see.
Who betrayed you?
Including him. The last
We've been at this for about an hour and a half now. I don't want to, if I started giving my thoughts on this process after 1.5 hours with not giving proper and respectful advice to my client, it would be ludicrous. So what I can say to you is that we will fully investigate and interrogate what has happened today. And we will, once the application, which wasn't served on us, I must just say, which I will raise in court, we want the affidavit which gave rise to the search and seizure. That hasn't been given to us, and I publicly call for that.
I was hoping that this will go that way, where I'll be given a chance as well to participate. And but along the way, I can also see the anger in General Mkhwanazi, the vengeance, the weight. Even when he speaks, I will think that he is past me, but every 5 seconds, he will go back to me again, and then he will talk about others, then he will go back to me again. It's okay. Let me go through the process. Let us meet on the other side of the fence. What I can say is that all I'm asking is that...
What does it mean when he said, let us meet on the other side of the fence? What does it mean, guys? Let's meet on the other side of the fence.
Let us meet on the other side of the fence. What I can say is that all I'm asking is that if, let's say, they are planning to come and arrest me, I've got a lawyer. They must tell him to come and hand me over. Or if they come in to arrest me, let them not come at 3 o'clock in the early hours of the morning so that someone can shoot me and kill me and say he was reaching out for a gun, so we took him down. What I'm asking is that let it be done in a fair way. My job is to investigate criminals, it is my space. I don't work at, I'm not a priest. I don't deal with Christians. I'm not a school principal. I work I'm a policeman.
Mm-hmm. Well, what makes you think?
You wanted to say that I work with criminals. He desperately wanted to say I work with criminals.
I'm not a priest. I don't deal with Christians. I'm not a school principal. I work I'm a policeman.
I work with criminals. This is exactly what he wanted to say. That I work with criminals. And I was like, no, I cannot say that I work with criminals. On live national television. I work with criminals. So this is exactly what he wanted to say.
I'm not a priest. I don't deal with Christians. I'm not a school principal. I work I'm a policeman.
Shadrack, Sibiya, they are coming for you. They are coming for you. So yesterday, the South African government also released a statement about these raids that have been happening. And this is what the administration of Ramaphosa is saying. They are saying that the government has noted the ongoing operations by law enforcement agencies and subsequent public interest they have generated. These operations fall within the normal scope of their mandate to investigate matters and recover assets. The public is reminded that such activities are a standard and essential part of the government's fight against corruption, ensuring accountability and upholding the rule of the law. The law enforcement agencies should be afforded the space to conduct their work without disruption or interference. Government is confident that law enforcement agencies will at all material times act in full compliance of the law. So now, the administration of Ramaphosa is telling us that, no, we actually see that we have actually generated a lot of public interest, but at the same time, they are telling us that such activities are a standard essential part of government's fight against corruption. The reason why people are paying a lot of attention is because we are not used to these kind of images. This is the reason why people are interested in these things that are happening now, is because we are not used to politicians actually having their homes being raided, these people being put on blast. This is why we are actually paying a lot of attention to this.
This is an SUV by Lamborghini Urus, which is valued at more than 5 million rands. It's one of the vehicles which are being seized by the Special Investigating Unit from the property of Mr. Morgan Mkhwanazi, who's an alleged kingpin of the looting of the Tembisa hospital, which affects more than 2 billion rand. So this forms part of an investigation by the Special Investigating Unit, and his assets are being seized. And we see there's 3 large removal trucks which are here to seize some of his assets, including this SUV, which looks brand new.
I mean, all of these cars are new. All of them, they are new.
We understand it has less than...
So guys, so this is our chronic medication. The money that was supposed to buy the chronic medication for the patients, this is what it has actually bought.
500 kilometers on the clock, and another SUV, brand new. We understand it has less than 500 kilometers on the clock, and another SUV is also going to be seized. today by the SIU, and there's a large police contingent outside. There's police from Diepsloot, there's police from Bramley, there's police from Alex, and this is part of an investigation into the alleged looting of the Tembisa hospital, which led to the killing of whistleblower Babita Dekoran.
Man. But when it comes to this, I still feel like taking the cars, man, and like the cars are nothing, man, compared to the amounts that these people have been accused of allegedly stealing. Those cars are nothing, man. Attach the house too, man. Like yesterday, I think I saw the report somewhere where they were talking about the properties of the same guy, Maumela. And there's a clip that I want to share with you guys. You know, some of these clips are now starting to resurface, and apparently this guy actually has the properties worth 340 million rands. And like take all of those properties, at least you will be on 40%, I think. Take all of those properties, man. Like, just taking the cars. The guys, they don't care about the cars. They don't care about the cars, man. The cars are nothing to them. They are nothing to them. Take all of his properties, man. Take all of his properties.
Section, and those were the three syndicates that we'd identified in our investigation, which has now been confirmed by the SIU. Maumela, of course, seems to be the biggest player, a network of 41 companies, not all helmed by him, but what the SIU have been able to connect to him as his network, responsible for 820 million rand. Then Govind Raju with approximately 60 companies, that's 600 million rand. Mazibuko, he was somewhat rudimentary in the way that he structured his extraction syndicate because all of the companies were in his name, either his name, his wife, his son, or his brother. But they all operated on the same premise and with the same method. And that's how they were able to get so rich so quickly from Tembisa Hospital.
Yeah. And where does the money end up?
Well, I mean, if we just focus on Morgan Maumela, he's a prolific spender and a man with a real taste for the finer things in life. I mean, we tracked 330 million rand procurement of property through his family trust in the space of 5 years. And those 5 years really do coincide with his success at Tembisa Hospital. We know the SIU has placed the value of his assets at nearly 500 million rand. Of that, more than 200 million rand is on supercars. So these are the trappings of wealth that really just underscore the excess of this whole thing. And I mention it in the book. One of Hangwani's villas in Hyde Park was actually featured on Top Billing. You know, a show that really turns my stomach because I have a resentment towards wealth and excess. And this was a bespoke home which had been decorated with curated art and, personally produced furniture. No expense was spared. And it really hits home for you when you can contrast that against what Tembisa Hospital looks like, because Tembisa Hospital paid for that. So that's where the money intended for the patients went. It went into a single man's pocket. It made him eye-watering.
So I want to actually show you guys the property that this gentleman is talking about. There's a property that was there in Top Billing, and there's a property there in Top that appeared in Top Billing. This is the property that this guy is talking about. Where is it? Yeah, this is the clip of that property that he talks about. This is one of the villas of Morgan Maumela that has been featured on Top Billing. And to think that we used to watch Top Billing and admire those houses, man, there in Top Billing, only to find out that some of these properties, they belong to these comrades and their friends. Now, I hate those properties, all of them. I hate those properties, man, all of them. This is what is happening.
Wanda Michelle's interest was in decor until she built her first house. She went on to renovate a friend's home, started an interiors company, and today a fully fledged design agency. Reimagining every aspect of this Hyde Park address was her latest project.
This is more of an artwork than a house.
It is, Jonathan, thank you. You know, this home, when we took it over, our client bought it and needed it renovated, just to add his own personality to the environment. And we decided to upgrade the finishes. We've redefined the staircases. You might see above us the bulkhead with beautiful pendants that we've added, and this in particular was specifically designed to pull your eye outward. We've curated some incredible artworks, local artists.
And if you can actually look at this face properly, like it looks like him. It looks like him. Like this artwork that they are talking about, it actually looks like him. It looks like his face. Looks like him.
Throughout the home, from this beautiful bed and attire on the wall here, I placed that in this specific position so as to reflect the wall, which has so much strength, but also because that particular piece felt to me a little like the client. And it's really important.
It felt a little like the client. Like this is exactly him. It is him. It is his face.
Important in curating art into a home that you are still reflecting something of the client's personality.
This brief allowed for a more edgy, flamboyant style.
So it's important for the viewers to know that everything we see here, from the tiles to even the knives and forks to the artworks, all of that was curated by you.
So absolutely everything was designed and caused to be manufactured. These pieces are all bespoke. It's custom made. And the colors are designed to reflect, again, what the client enjoyed. Also, just to bring a little bit of vibrance and drama into the space, we use these teals and black and gold. It's very dramatic.
This partition was added to by you?
It was, with the fireplace below it. Mm-hmm. We were a little restricted in this space.
I mean, guys, the arrogance of these people, man, to steal the public funds. And after stealing the public funds, you are inviting SABC to come and now do a feature at your beautiful house. And you know that South Africans will admire this home. People will talk about this home, how beautiful this home is. And you know that this is a house that has been acquired through the proceeds of crime. Like, it just shows you how deeply arrogant these people are. It just shows you how deeply arrogant these people are. So I want to get to General Fannie Masemola, because General Fannie Masemola has actually told like that he was aware of these raids that have been happening.
You know how life becomes in danger, and I'm just aware that there was a search and seizure where they were looking for whatever catches. It's part of the investigation, and National Commissioner don't investigate cases. Well, of course, it is police doing their work.
So now, Fannie Masemola saying that it is the police doing their work. General Sibiya feels like, oh, I'm being betrayed. Now I'm being betrayed by these people. So I want us to move, guys, to the Chief of Staff of Senzo Mkhwanazi. The Chief of Staff of Senzo Mkhwanazi, Mr. Nkabinde, also claims that his flat was raided. And if these people's home were raided at the same time, there's something coming. I feel like there are arrests that are coming. Because once those people get hold of those devices, man, like they can get everything. I remember Mkhwanazi told the South Africans that these people can even retrieve the view ones messages that are sent on WhatsApp. This is how lethal they are. And Sibiya told the journalist that they have confiscated 4 phones from his property.
1 minute.
It is 7 o'clock in the evening yesterday. The police visited my flat and I was not available. My brother was only available, remained behind. They entered the flat. There were plus or minus 15 to 20 wearing camouflage and with balaclava cover their faces with a high caliber rifle.
And guys, if you listen to the characterization of this, these the people that were standing. You remember when Mkhwanazi did that press conference, there were people that were standing beside him, and those people were wearing camouflage, and they had the mask, and they had the big guns. And if you listen to the characterization of what Nkabinde is speaking about, he's somehow alluding to those people.
1 minute, 1 minute.
It is 7 o'clock in the evening yesterday. The police visited my flat and I was not available. My brother was only available, remained behind. They entered the flat. They were plus or minus 15 to 20, wearing camouflage and with balaclava cover their faces with a high caliber rifles. They are saying they cannot come all the way from KZN for nothing. We must get the chief of staff. And when the brother is asking, what is it going on? Why you want him? Why are you assaulting me? Then they said, we are here. We are being sent by the National Commissioner, General Masemola, to come and look for the chief of staff. And I contacted my lawyers about the incident because I started to fear for my life. Then my lawyers contacted or engaged an ad hoc committee in Parliament, which is sitting as we speak, to report this harassment and intimidation because I'm one of the witnesses in that process.
Commissioner for the provincial.
Interestingly, just to cover that, which I'm still gonna talk about in an ad hoc committee. The very same General Mkhwanazi was a very close friend of mine. Party together, come to my house, go to his house. A very close friend of mine. And when I was employed in a private sector, General Mkhwanazi knew where I was working. He used even to come to my workplace to visit me. He used to attend our NDF functions, that he knows where I was working. But now, because of desperate move to tarnish my name, he come and blatantly lie that Minister Mkhunu found me unemployed, of which he knows very well. And I want to tell South Africans that should anything happen to me, the National Commissioner, General Masemola, will be responsible. I thank you.
You know, what's funny about these people is them suddenly feeling unsafe. They are now feeling unsafe. And the reason why these people are feeling unsafe is because of the kind of business that they are involved in. Sibiya was talking about the cars that are moving up and down outside of his home, and he's fearing for his life. And Nkabinde also says that he's fearing for his life. Welcome, gentlemen. We are all fearing for our lives as South Africans. And we, as the citizens of this country, we have been fearing for our lives for a very long time. For a very long time. Like they want to pretend like they are some sort of victims. This is how they are trying to portray themselves, that we are the victims. We are being harassed. We are being abused. And we are feeling unsafe. It's bad, man. It's bad. Guys, what are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts about everything that happened yesterday? And I don't know what's going to happen today. I don't know what's going to happen today. What are your thoughts, guys? Please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like button and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabasa. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.